Once there was a chief monk who lived in a monastery. He had a devoted disciple who always learned from him. The monk was known for his wisdom, and people often came to him for advice. Because of this, some of the other monks were jealous of him. One day, the head monk said, "You are very wise, but your son seems quite foolish and doesn't understand much." The monk didn't like this and asked, "Master, why do you say that? What makes you think my son is foolish?" The head monk replied, "Every morning, when I walk through the monastery, your son is there. I ask him the same question each day. Which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every time, he answers, silver." Hearing this, everyone laughs, and I wonder how someone learning from you could be so ignorant. The monk said nothing and went to his son. He asked, "Which metal is more valuable, gold or silver?" Without thinking, the son replied, "Gold." The monk then asked, "If you know gold is more valuable, why do you always tell the head monk that silver is worth more? Because of this, the whole monastery laughs at you." The son smiled and said, "Father, every morning, the head monk puts 2 coins in front of me, 1 gold and 1 silver. He asked me to take the more valuable one. I always pick the silver coin, and the head monk laughs before walking away." The monk was curious and asked, "But why do you pick the silver coin every time?" The son took the monk to his small room and opened a box. It was full of silver coins. The monk was surprised and asked, "Where did you get all these silver coins?" The son replied, "Father, these are the coins the head monk gives me. If I take the gold coin and give the right answer, the head monk will stop asking me, and I won't get any more silver coins. The head monk enjoys seeing me pick silver and laughing at me, but without knowing it, he has been giving me money every day. Would you trade a lifetime of silver coins for just 1 gold coin?" The monk sat in deep thought for a moment. Then, he gently patted his son's shoulder and said, "You have taught me something valuable today. True wisdom is not always about appearing intelligent to others. It is about understanding the deeper game of life and making choices that bring lasting benefits." A few days later, the jealous monks, eager to embarrass the chief monk further, went to the head monk. They whispered, "Master, if the chief monk is truly wise, let him solve a challenge we set for him. Let us see if his wisdom is as great as they say." The head monk, intrigued, called the chief monk and said, "If you are truly wise, answer this. What is more important, intelligence or action?" The monk smiled and said, "A person can have all the intelligence in the world, but without action, it is meaningless. Just like a lamp filled with oil but never lit, knowledge without action brings no light." The head monk nodded, impressed. But before he could say anything, the jealous monk spoke again. "Then tell us, chief monk, if action is more important than intelligence, does that mean a foolish person who acts is better than a wise person who does nothing?" The chief monk chuckled. "A wise man who acts brings great change, but a foolish man who acts without understanding may bring destruction. A bird must have both wings to fly. Wisdom and action must go hand in hand." The head monk smiled and said, "Indeed, you are wise. And I have realized that perhaps I was too quick to judge your son. Sometimes, what seems foolish on the surface hides great wisdom beneath." From that day on, the chief monk's son was no longer mocked. Instead, he was seen as someone who understood the subtle lessons of life better than most. The jealous monks, realizing their folly, stayed silent, and the chief monk continued to guide his disciple and his son with even greater care. Moral of the story: some people show off even when they do little, while others do great things quietly. If you know you are making the right choices, it doesn't matter what others say. People often call things they don't understand foolish, but true wisdom is seeing beyond what is obvious. Wisdom is not just about knowing. It is about understanding when and how to act. If you like this story, share it with others. Until next time, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward in life.